Morning. Welcome to our farm. George is raking up this bed. We're going to be planting garlic today. We didn't do a video last week. It was just a strange week. Got a lot done, but didn't video any of it. I got all the sweet potatoes canned, and what else did I do?
Well, you made that sausage. You canned as much as sausage.
Oh, that was yesterday.
What
did I do last week? Oh, we cleaned out the tomatoes and the peppers, and our plan was we were going to fence off the strawberries, the raspberries, the elderberries, and the asparagus, and let the goats and chickens in.
Didn't happen.
It didn't happen. We opened the gate to let the chickens out in the yard, which they absolutely loved, and the goats loved it because they went into the chicken run, and a lot of the branches are low enough so they were able to eat a lot of leaves and tree bark and stuff like that. But our little Reagan decided that he was able to fit into the hop door, and he would go in and try to eat the chicken food, which they're not supposed to do. So this week George shut the chickens back up in their yard, and the goats have to stay in their yard.
We'll wait till the little ones get big enough where they won't fit.
But it worked out great. Zena was great with the chickens. They didn't bother her. The goats and chickens got along. We didn't let the new chickens out because there's 3 roosters in there, and plus there's 1 rooster in the big coop, and we wanted to see how the big coop did first before we tried the other. So that'll come in time. And if it works out, we're going to tear the chicken run out and let them just free range in the backyard. We trimmed hooves last week, got 7 of them done. But it was just, with everything going on in the world, it was really just a stressful week. And I'm a worrier by nature, so I worried that I had so much to do and not enough time to do it. And I worried because we only got 7 hooves done, or 7 goats hooves done. So that means I got 18 more to do. And then Friday, I got up and I was rinsing out my sink, and my back locked up, so I could hardly walk for 2 days. Did get better, but it's not 100% yet. And George has been incredible with helping me out. So today we're going to do the garlic. He pulled all the weeds. He's going to sprinkle some organic fertilizer on, rake it in. The garlic, when you plant it, if you have a good crop, you'll never have to buy garlic again. And I had to buy it this year because we didn't have a good crop last year. So I think what we spent, we went to an auction, I spent like $20, and I've got over 100 cloves of garlic to plant.
And this doesn't want to open.
So when we plant it, we'll plant it about 6 inches apart.
Derived from, it's got feather meal, fish meal, alfalfa meal, volcanic ash, blood meal, fish bone meal, sulfate of potash, and whatever langbonite is, and kelp meal. So it's all organic. There's no chemicals like everybody wants to use anymore, but we like to know what's in our food. So,
you know, with everything's going on in the world, if you haven't already, you know, try stocking your shelves some, because I just feel like it's going to get bad. You know, whether it's inflation, it's already, everything's sky high.
Rather dusty, isn't it? That's probably enough, isn't it?
Yeah. I had the garlic in the fridge, and as you can see, some of it is starting to grow roots. So he's going to rake that in, and we'll just make rows. And when you plant them, you plant the root side down, the pointy side up.
There we go. 6 inches apart.
Yep.
How deep you putting them, Mammy?
Well,
I call her Mammy, so.
yeah.
We also have an audience. We're not going to show you the rest of it. It's all kind of boring, but we will put some hay on top of this for wintering. So I did a little bit of work on the chicken coop inside in the laying boxes. They were getting kind of messy, so see if anybody's home. Yeah, we cleaned up a lot of this. Chickens like to use this as a restroom. And we got these, but of course they're brand new, so I don't know if the chickens don't like the metal or what it is, but I haven't found any eggs in there yet. So, but other than that, get rid of all the cobwebs we're hanging around in here and get ready for winter. So I hope you guys have a good one. See ya.
You know, one of the hard things about running this channel is finding enough content to put on here, because there's lots to do at the farm. There's tons of feeding, there's tons of building, there's tons of fixing, there's tons of farming. But we don't want to show the same things week after week after week after week after week, because that would be boring. So I just wanted to give you kind of a sneak preview of some projects that we're going to be working on the farm, and they should be on the channel. But a lot of times we do some projects just either on the spur of the moment or something that has to happen or needs to be done, and we just get it done and we don't film it at all. And that happened this week with this. We made some storage this past weekend. We got some boxes from my work. They were crates that some heavy machinery was shipped in, and they were gonna just toss them out. So I grabbed them. We cut some shelving for this one, and we hung up a lot of the stuff that we kind of don't use all that often. And then in this one, we made it so we could store our kind of gardening tools, things that we had hanging around in the corner here that was just kind of taking up room. So it's pretty useful, and it looks nice. Another thing we're going to work on, we have to do it before winter because it will increase the quality of the farm and it will improve the quality of life for our animals. And it's this. This right here. And this right here. What this is an aluminum cladding that has about, I don't know, four inches of insulation in between them. It has an R value of, I think, 30. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these things to size and put them around our water tanks, our IBC tanks. And doing this will ensure that we don't have to haul water out in the winter. When it freezes and the tanks get frozen, we have to haul water out manually, and that is a pain in the butt. We can build these things with a little cavity around them and stick a light bulb inside, just a regular incandescent light bulb, and it will heat the water so it won't freeze for our chickens and our goats. So that's something that's on the list. Another thing we're going to do is deal with this chicken run. Now, this chicken run is the big one that we fixed the other side of the fence about a month or so ago, and we have decided that we're actually just going to take the whole thing down. Last week we opened up the chicken gate and let the chickens roam in the pasture field with the goats, and it worked out beautifully. We didn't have any issues. None of the chickens got lost or eaten or anything like that. So that's going to work out, but we're going to leave this closed for now because, excuse me, because one of our baby goats, well, not a baby anymore, he's a couple months old, but one of our goats got into the coop and was eating all the food. And if you know about goats and chicken feed, they don't mix. They can get them real sick, and it's no good. So we are going to close this until Reagan, that little scamp, is too big to fit in the hole. So, sorry guys, got to wait till Reagan's bigger. Bummer. Here's our hoop house that we put up a few weeks ago. And in the hoop house, we have 25 bales of hay that we got for the winter. This is a real nice spot to keep them in during the cold season. And it's convenient because the boy goats are right there.
Thank you.